As we all know, we are gathered here today to explore the transformative potential of Unti in developing industries and creating jobs in the northeastern region of India. Through the interactive session and knowledge sharing, we hope to deepen our understanding of its application and impact. To start with, let me highlight the program. We have two sessions today. First is the inaugural session, and the second is the interactive session with the line departments and the stakeholders.
Unti Scheme has been launched by the Government of India, by the Honorable Prime Minister, 9th of March 2024. We earlier had some kind of dissemination of this information for which we have already had preliminary workshops in Dimapur and in Kohima. The official launching of this workshop is graced by our madam, and then I'm happy that all of us are here to partake and then know what is Unti. See, in the early times, when the Government of India launches schemes, the state of Nagaland, we could not take the advantage. We could not do many things, excepting some few districts who could avail the opportunities given by the central government. Earlier we had Northeast Industrial Policy, NEEP, where unfortunately we could avail by only 11 entrepreneurs, which ended in 2017. Again, after that, the launching of NEES came into existence, Northeast Industrial Development Scheme. There unfortunately only 4 of the entrepreneurs from our state could able to avail the opportunity. See, that is why the dissemination of information is very important for all of us. Let it be the government officers, let it be the entrepreneurs, even let it be the startups who are just about to start their own business. This is very important. Dissemination of information to the masses. Now I'm happy that our advisor is here, and then the coverage that will be given will be effective for us in the near future. See, we could have not able to take the opportunity of availing NEEP and NEEDS, but now we have a chance to avail the schemes under Unti. Unti is not only for doing small business, but see, it is a business where you can avail the opportunity, the subsidies that's been covered and provided. Our state is coming under Zone B, which means 50% of your investment will be given to you as a subsidy. We could not be expecting more from the Government of India. Just imagine 50% of the subsidy that will be given to you. Now our duty is that the convergence of departments, the collaborations with the departments, with the stakeholders, with the business community, with the departments are very important. It is not like that I belong to this department, that I will be doing only this job, this work, that I'm not for that, I'm not for this. It is not like that nowadays. A better convergence, a better understanding with the departments will be the key factor in taking the opportunities given by the central government.
First Dose Kabir, and I'm representing Grant Content. We are the project implementing unit for the entire scheme for all the states of Northeast. So we are covering 8 states, including Nagaland. So now, as far as rightly said, this scheme is specifically for the Northeastern states. So it's a 10,000 crore layout for the entire Northeastern states. It's up to the states to actually grab the opportunity and how much fund out of those 10,000 crores you can utilize for your states. So this is an opportunity for the state as well. So these are the 8 states that we are covering, and this scheme is exclusively for the northeastern states, and that's the best part of it. And this 10,000 crore layout is for the entire this 8 states. So so notification was 9th March 24. This is the most important date for the scheme as such, because all the expenses, all the investments that is done by the entrepreneurs will be post 9 March 24. And the registration deadline is 31st March 2026. We have 2 years, but I would suggest, Ellen, when we get into this, as soon as we can, register, because the process for the registration might take some time, depending upon the documentation and everything. Probably we might get back with the documentation which is not complete, and this process might take some time. So we would suggest that you go for the registration as soon as possible. Then we will be disposing of all the applications by 30th September 2026, and tenure is for 10 years, the entire tenure, and the outlay is 10,000 crores on a rough basis. Now we have 3 components under which we will be providing the subsidy. The government will be providing the subsidy under 3 components. One is the capital investment incentive. This is the capital investment that you do in the plant and machinery for manufacturing sectors, and civil constructions and durable assets for the service sectors. Under Nagaland, we are under zone B, so we do not have any zone A here. So we are talking about zone B. Zone A is the one where we see them as an industrially advanced zone, and zone B is less advanced zone. So we are talking about zone B here. So here the government is providing subsidy up to 50% of plant and machinery investment, and the maximum ceiling is 7.5 crores for GST and 10 crores for non-GST. So non-GST units are the ones, for example, we have hospital industry. So hospitals are the one which does not fall under GST. For them, it will be 10 crores. Under capital interest subvention, it is for 7 years in a continuity from the date of disbursement of your loan, and the principal amount is 250 crores. That's the maximum ceiling for the principal amount. And for zone B, it is 5%. So, say for example, if the financial institution is charging you 9% on your loan, Government of India will be providing 5% on that. So net you will be actually paying 4% of interest on the loan. Then we have manufacturing and services linked incentives. This is MSLI. Here for zone B, government is providing 100% of the eligible plant and machinery value. For example, I just want to clarify this in a more detailed way. Say for example, under capital investment incentive, you are investing 1 crore in plant and machinery. So if the eligible amount is 1 crore, under MSLI, you will be getting 100%. That is 1 crore of GST reimbursement. So it will be divided into 10 years.
This is a very important program, and in fact it's a state level awareness program, but it's also the formal launch of the Unti Scheme. We have been hearing a lot about it, and I know our entrepreneurs are genuine entrepreneurs and business community. They have also been looking forward to the new scheme. We had every 5 years in the past, the ministry, the government of India has been making special Northeast industrial schemes, and the last one ended in 23 March, and for 1 year we waited for this, and finally the Unti Scheme was announced in March 24. I'm not going to get into Unnati because we have experts. We have officials from NEDFI, very important, another very important stakeholder here in order to make this program a success. So I'm not really going to get into the Unti Scheme, which the other experts will take you through over the day. But there are a few points that I wanted to share with you because, like I mentioned, this is the most people present here are the most important stakeholders. We also thought it's an inaugural, maybe we should do it in a big way, have hundreds and of guests come over and launch this in a very big way. But again, the department we decided just doing poems and shows and not making an impact is useless. Better have the best people, the people who matter the most, invite them, have a very, very thorough deliberation with them, and make sure that this program and this scheme is a successful one. 2023 March, it was launched, and then though we have not had a formal program as such, the department has already conducted few awareness program already in the past, and we have also had a lot of response, good response in terms of participation. But what has been worrying us is, though the participation is in large number, the registration is very low. So we don't know why our people are not interested to register, why our people are not interested to know more about it. That is also issue of concern for the department. But nevertheless, with the formal launch, we hope that it will do well. Out of so many, it's for the Northeast, like we all know, and we get to know that Assam has almost 100 registered. So far, I think Nagaland is about 9, which our director just informed me. That is not good enough. Recently, last month, Honorable Chief Minister and both of us had called on the Union Minister of Industries and Commerce, Minister Piyush Goyal, and he was also, apart from so many other issues that we were discussing, he really wanted to make sure that the department and the government makes sure that Unnat is availed. This opportunity is availed by our business community and our entrepreneurs. Just to put things into perspective, I have few numbers that I want to share with our very, very important people here. Main stakeholders, I want to keep on repeating this because all of you sitting here are people who are generating resources through your businesses. So in short, you are wealth creators. Every one of you running a business is employing at least one, if not many. I know of many businesses which is hiring more than, giving employment to more than 100 people also. So you're not only wealth creators, but also job givers. So very, very important people for the state. Taking you to the state's budget. We have heard during the assembly, people talk about the budget, but we forget about this. But I want to share this with you because unless you understand why you are important, it's just, I want you to not think that it's only about me and my business. But I want every important person sitting here to think that it's not just about me getting rich and maybe helping some few people getting employed, but remember the future of the state also rests on your shoulders. So you have to really make sure that you understand these numbers also. So when you look at the numbers, we see that for 24-25, the budget for the state has been capped at 23,978 crores. 23,978 crores is our state budget. Now out of this, I'm going to just share in a very simple terms so that you understand more easily. For non-development expenditure. Non-development expenditure are mostly salaries and pensions. So out of this, 51% of our budget goes towards salaries and pension. Now we have debt servicing. Like we have loans from the RBI. There's so many loans that we also take for projects and programs. There we spend 24% of the total budget. 51 for non-development expenditure. For debt servicing, 24%. And then we have only 25% left for development, for the real development. But out of that 25% again, the power purchase alone, every year we're spending about 600 crores with no revenue coming back. As we all know, the plight of the power sector, which we are all equally to be blamed. So when you look at this, then you really do not have anything left for development. Now, when we're talking of economy, And that's when we're coming to economy. When we're talking of economy, it is our local entrepreneurs, it's our entrepreneurs who has to build the economy of the state. Most of the time, we blame the government. I, for one, a year and a half back, I was also on the other side of the fence. And many a time, we always look at the government as the biggest culprit of why Nagaland is not growing or why our people are not growing. Yes, I do admit they are also, the government is also not perfect, but it has to be a joint effort of the community, the public and the government to make sure that our state is growing. Also, we are very, very dependent on the center for our funds, which we all know. And sometimes, we really have to go with a begging ball to Delhi. The government has to go there, and that's how somehow we are surviving.
Early also, but our entrepreneurs or our startups could not avail the opportunities in the past. Like we had NEEP and then NEEDS, which we could hardly take any opportunity in availing the fund given by the center. This time, more than 10,000 crores have been provided for the Northeast region. And we have still long way to go when it comes to registration. We have hardly less than 10 already registered. Some are in the directorate level, some are still in the district level. And as soon as it is done, we are going to have a first selections committee meeting, secretarial level committee meeting next month. I think in that our entrepreneurs will be benefited. Yes, only Assam is a little better than us. Otherwise, we are not so lagging behind comparing to other states. Some states I know that they have even 1 or 2 registrations. We are still in the learning stage, but there are certain formalities to be observed. And while doing the documentations, our people still need to know more. That's why today is also one part of that kind of solutions for our entrepreneurs. So definitely by next month, within this year, I hope that there will be lots of registration in the near future. See, registration, everything is online and the documentation is there only. The district level do the grassroots works like field inspections, and they send it to the directorate, and then when the papers are okay, as we have discussed today also, within this 16 days of registration, we will send it to the secretarial level, and then there will be a selection committee for that, and once it is done, it is sent to the DPIITT and pre-audit will be done, and then only it will be released. Yeah, main thing is our people, see, they always go for shortcut methods. See, it should not be like that. We have to let our business grow. And when we talk about business, it should be genuine entrepreneurs, not like just applying some forms and then just getting it. And our people are, say, ignorant about the formalities. They always go for the shortcut method. It should not be there. Everything is doable. Everything is okay. Still then, see, ignorance maybe, laziness maybe. See, nowadays everything goes online. Everything is done in such a way that you cannot cheat anyone. So, the genuine entrepreneurs, I believe that they have all the opportunities now. So, we are doing the dissemination of information to all the entrepreneurs. That's why we call all the GMs of the districts, line departments, so that we could easily, our entrepreneurs can easily understand what this Unnati is. This is a very favorable time for all the entrepreneurs of the state. This Unti scheme cannot be lifelong. The registration period is only for 2 years and may even end up before that 2 years, depending on the applications. So that is one. So our entrepreneurs should come forward. I know there are genuine entrepreneurs here in our state. The only thing is that, see, when we had some preliminary workshop there in Dimapur and Kohima, there are participations. 132 participated in Dimapur. So far, not even 10 applicants still. And that was main. So my advice to our entrepreneur is that come forward, just see and visit our department offices and get knowledge of what Unnati is. Then only we can say that yes, you are in the right track, and then you could able to avail all the opportunities given by the central government.